All right, Ringer, I think we're going to go very, 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 very old school. And I kind of want to introduce you to this artist the exact same way, this hidden gem artist, the same way I was introduced to him with this song called Hesitation Blues.
Okay.
So just hit play on that motherfucker.
Hit play.
Oh, I just love that. Like, it's just a mid-tempo piano roll. It's just a little bit slow, just enough for you to sip and sit back and just enjoy it. Then you get this great kind of mid-tone, kind of like very authoritarian voice comes here, but it's vulnerable as well. Especially as they're talking about the hesitation blues. It's like talking about trying to bang. And of course, who is this? This is the great Jelly Roll Morton. And he is also known as the inventor of jazz, and I've got a whole philosophy on that, which we'll get towards the end. But he grew up, born in New Orleans about 1890. They don't know. I didn't realize this, but your birth certificates weren't made into law until like 1914. Did you know that? Yeah.
No, but that makes sense as to why we can't ever pin down certain people's birth dates, especially over 120 years ago.
So it's crazy. So he was born. Yeah, I know.
Things you take for granted.
And actually shows how much control the government's had since 1914. You sons of bitches. No, just kidding. But there was 1890. He was born, roughly, kind of in that period. And Jelly Roll Morton, basically, if you want to know a man that has ego, think of the person that you think is the most egotistical person in the world. That was Jelly Roll Morton. So if you think Donald Trump had an ego, let's talk some Jelly Roll with this one, because this guy was awesome. And he actually has such a prolific career. It's just amazing. Basically, he was a pianist working in a solo and big band, and he was a vaudevillian performer, a band leader in the end, composer, arranger. Sometimes pimp. This is crazy. This guy is amazing, and he really kind of is the inventor of jazz. But not necessarily is the inventor of jazz. His piano style is kind of more associated with the true ragtime and barrel house and kind of boogie woogie sounds. So that's really what he very much totally pretty much not invented, but really popularized and made it his own. How did he get his skills? So roughly about 1904, at age 14, he began as a piano player, basically working in a brothel, where he picked up his nickname Jelly Roll, which is slang for pussy. So Jelly Roll Morton is Pussy Martin. And I'm dead serious. This guy is wicked. So roughly about that same year, he started touring in minstrel shows and kind of working in vaudevillian as a vaudevillian performer. And during this time, about 14, 15, he started composing his most earliest compositions. And around 1915, roughly about 10 years later, Jelly Roll published the very first jazz composition, which was Jelly Roll Blues, Pussy Blues. No, it's actually an autobiographical one, Jelly Roll Blues. But basically, this guy has had a great, outstanding career, and Jelly Roll pretty much helped popularize tango as well in the 20s in Hollywood. And so he's very, very prolific from his early days, and just a great lifestyle, one of those larger than lives kind of a man, just absolute wonderful artist. Mm-hmm. We played the Hesitation Blues, other great compositions that he's dropped out that I absolutely love, and I don't know if they're popular, but Jelly Roll Blues, obviously, Hyena Stomp, Sweet Anita Mine, really all just bring that beautiful, warm jazz sounds from the 1920s. And, you kind of really begin to hear what jazz earliest stages are without the air of arrogance. And so that's, for me, I think Jelly Roll Morton is a hidden gem because not only is his songs kind of like the roots of jazz and all that, but I think that Eric, I don't know about you, but I do feel like a lot of jazz musicians, they're perfectionists. They're more in tune. They're kind of, there's an arrogance with it, like perfectionism with it. And so I want to say that when I've read Jelly Roll Morton's biography and you understand what the person was, he was the attitude of jazz, actually. And that's the beauty of it. And so, without Jelly Roll Morton, we wouldn't have that attitude, that perfectionism, or that, that sheer almost like rock star mentality. Because he came in like he was doing like Mick Jagger, like puffing out the chest and stuff. That's how badass Jelly Roll Morton is. And so when they say he's not really technically the inventor of jazz, I say he is, because mostly of the attitude and the air of arrogance behind